Nay, just trying to make up my mind about something. What? Geordie shrugged. Whether to stay or to go. Go? Go where? Have you found some land you want, or a lass you fancy? Nay, sad to say, I haven't found either of those things here. I just have an urge to see the ocean again. So, you want to go west? East. What tales of travelling west I've heard make me think it might be far more dangerous than I want to deal with. The way east is more settled and has regular train service. Isn't that safe? Still has some lingering troubles from the war. Nay, so much. Talked with Emily's grandfather, the Duke, when he came last, and got a lot of information. He did say a man needs to harden his heart when he rides through the country now. There's still some ugly destruction, and a lot more signs that people are in dire need than he had seen before. Too many people crippled and limbless. Too many children without a father, or with a mother either broken or dead. So have you decided yet? Nay, I was trying to figure out why I had such a fool longing. Oh, nay, so foolish. I would nae mind seeing the ocean again. It's a wondrous thing to watch. Strangely calming. Aye, it is. They stopped at the porch to wash up. When they entered the kitchen, it was to find everyone already seated around the table. Geordie and Robbie quickly took their seats and hurried to fill their plates before anyone began reaching out to take second servings. So where have you been for most of the afternoon? Ian asked Geordie as he passed him the rolls, which Geordie quickly passed on to Emily after taking what he wanted. Why? Was there something I needed to do? Nay, you did all your chores. I was just curious. You didn't often go off on your own like that. Geordie finished the bit of lamb he was eating and then sighed. I just had something to think over and needed to be alone to do it. Hard to find solitude here, no doubt about that. Care to share? Lot of people here who could help. Dinna ken how. 'Tis just a foolish craving I cannae shake. Are you sure we can help you get what you want? Geordie laughed briefly. Nay, Ian, it is a craving to see the ocean. It isn't something that you can just drag up to the door for me. He smiled at his family when many of them laughed. I dinna ken why, but it has become a yearning that keeps on growing. Can nae fully understand that. Ian shook his head. Once we all got off the boat from Scotland, I had no urge to ever see that huge body of water again. Surprises me, too. Maybe I was just too young to be scared by it all. I remember Mum always complaining about how she could nae see any land at all. You could see that sore troubled her when we journeyed up the coast later. Looking out and seeing nothing but water for miles bothered her. My sister was always troubled by that too, said Emily. She would rarely stand on deck with me. It is because you can see nothing to swim to if the boat flounders and you end up in the water. Mrs. O'Neill shook her head. The realization is quick to rise up whenever you see that huge stretch of water and no land. As Mrs. O'Neill began to clear away the meal with Emily's help, Ian pulled a letter out of his pocket. Heard from James today. Bit of a surprise, as I was nae his brother-in-arms. Matthew was. And he as well? Asked Geordie. Aye, he just wanted me to ken that he'd be stopping by as he headed towards home. Was asking if he could stop here for a bit. Ah, you're the head of the family. Best one to ask. But why here? It is a fair long trip from his home in Maine. He was nae in Maine. He came south to see our Major and Maud, one of the women who cared for the orphans, then decided to come by here on his way back home. It seems they collected the orphaned boys from Mrs. Baton's home, so I took something for them too. That is good news. Abby will be pleased, as will Emily. Abby was troubled by the orphans left behind, and it hurt Emily's soft heart. Geordie smiled and winked at her. To think of the boys stuck with a woman who didn't sound very motherly. Matthew kept waiting for Abby to come up with a plan to get them here. Ian frowned. You would have objected. Nay, of course not. We have plenty of room and can make more. Just understand his concern. She already has 3 children, and this land has nae completely shaken off the harshness and hate the hostility stirred up. Dangerous, especially if the trip you plan would be encumbered with a wife and children. Geordie grimaced. And I suspect that the boys there might have picked up a few irritating ideas.